Welcome to Using the Digital Flavorist. This video will guide you through the formulation of a flavoring recipe using your new software. Every time you turn on the program, it will check for an updated version available, assuming you have an active internet connection. If you don't have an active internet connection, check back with us from time to time. If there's an update available, we'd be happy to provide you with a CD. One of the first steps you should take is entering your clinic's information. You can do this by referring to the Setup tab in the upper right-hand corner and selecting Clinic Info. Make sure you type everything as you would like it to appear on your summary pages, prescription labels, and emails you can send from within the program. You can also add the various doctors at your practice from within this window. When formulating a recipe, always make sure you select the proper prescribing vet. The program saves a report of all completed recipes. If you ever needed to access this report, you can do so by referring to the Tools tab and selecting Report. It would then pull up an Excel document listing all of your saved recipes. We can now start to enter our patient's information. Today we're going to be working with a 10-pound cat named Whiskers, but let's say later on I was working with a tiny bird, weighed in grams or micrograms. If I wanted to save some time and some math, I could take advantage of our unit converter, which is also found under the Tools tab. Always double check to make sure your patient is diabetic or not diabetic. If I were to check this box, the program would know to calculate using our sugar-free, diabetic-safe vehicle called VersaFree. When you're ready to enter your medication, you can do so by either typing in the generic name, the brand name, or by simply scrolling through the list. Once you've selected your medication, double check that you have the form you want, tablet versus liquid, and so on. Highlighted in green are the top recommended flavors for this recipe. The program takes into account the palate of the species you selected in step 1 as well as the flavor profile of the medication. I have it on an insider tip that Whisker likes grilled tuna, so that's what we'll use today. On the right-hand side, you'll notice the various pill strengths available. I happen to not have 10 milligrams in inventory, so I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that box. This way the program will know to only use 5 milligram tablets when formulating my recipe. If I never had 10 milligrams in stock, I could permanently remove that pill size. That way I could skip this step for future use. Or if I got a custom pill size made, I could go ahead and add that to the formulary. The program automatically calculates using the largest tablets and capsule sizes available. This way it makes it more time effective and cost effective for both you and your patient. Now we're ready to enter the dose strength. I want Whiskers to receive 5 milligrams per dose, so we always need to double check we're selecting the proper units for calculations. So let's go down and select milligrams per dose. We're going to start Whiskers on it twice a day, and for demoing purposes, we're just going to do a 14-day script. Dose volume refers to how much you want your patient to swallow with each dose. A cat is fine swallowing 1 ml, but let's say we were working with a tiny hamster. You might want to put in 0.3, or if it was a big dog, maybe 3 mLs. The program will automatically adjust the concentration based upon the dose volume, dose strength, and patient's weight. And just like that, we're done. Here you can review everything. You have your expiration information, your patient's instructions, and your step-by-step mixing instructions. It gives you a list of each ingredient needed to get to your final formulation. If you scroll down, you're able to review all the calculations that the program went through to obtain this recipe. You also have the option of emailing this recipe off if needed, and a variety of print options. Here we can print a full summary. It'll have the patient's information, the patient's instructions, the mixing recipe, as well as the calculations. We might just want to print a label for the record and just have the mixing instructions on hand, or possibly just a dispensing label for the prescription bottle going home with the pet owner. You have a couple options, and you can designate printers using the Setup tab found within this window. And just like that, we're done. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Give us a call at 800-884-5771. And again, thanks for using Flavorist.